Okay, what's going on, everybody? My name is Mangg. Welcome back to Hanging with Mangg, episode 374, I think. I hesitated when I put that in, but I think it's right. So yeah, we are playing Cataclysm. It's the only game I play. I don't know what to tell you. It's the only game I play. And I'm okay with that. It's, I've got just loads and loads and loads of videos, sitting around. I keep recording more and more and more, so I hope someone on the channel is interested in it. Um, yeah, that's all I can hope. And, yeah, so that's where that's at. And we are, yeah, okay, I'm going to try not to talk about Cataclysm. Talk about it enough. But yes, so this week on this channel we had Cataclysm, we had Inscription, and we had RimWorld. And this next week you're going to have Cataclysm, Inscription, and RimWorld. Inscription should end this week, pretty sure. RimWorld will not end this week. I have, I just started up the Mangg Kingdom run. That, I believe, goes on for a little while. I think that was sort of a lengthier one. And then I have one last run to upload after that, which is the, sort of Call of Cthulhu run, the Lovecraftian run. That one's not especially lengthy. And then after that, we will be done with just Mangg plays RimWorld for a while. Okay. And let's see. Fuck. Damn it. What else? What else? What else? What else? I mean, that's pretty much it. It's not very exciting until we switch it up with Final Fantasy. And once Inscription ends, like I said, we're going to go with Castlevania. So Symphony of Night will begin pretty soon. I think there's 2 Inscription videos left. So, yeah, pretty soon. And that's that. That's that. On the variety stream this week, we did Dusk, which is a very very well done Doom clone, modern Doom clone. And I think this week we will most likely do Forgive. I can never remember. Forgive me, Father, or forgive them, Father. I think it's Forgive Me. But it's sort of just another Doom clone, I guess. But one with a very Lovecraftian twist to it. A Lovecraftian Doom clone. Hopefully it's as good as Dusk. On Two Brothers Play, we finished up Resident Evil 5. So for those that were avoiding that, that is now finished. It was grueling. We were really frickin' sick of it. At 4 a.m. last night. We wanted nothing to do with it. But we knew we had to pull through. Because towards the end, I was like... Towards the end, you know, when we're failing QTE after QTE during these cutscenes, I was just like, you know, if we fail one more time, I'll just show you the ending on YouTube, you know, and we'll be done. But that was the point then where we actually progressed. So we continued on, and then there was more suffering and more bullshit, and my god. I mean, I never thought that I would say such things, but really, Resident Evil 6 was so much better. Of just fun. It was just fun. So, yeah, it was grueling. We were not too pleased. But we finished it. So that's what counts. So next week, Lego is sort of busy, I guess, but he did assure me that we will still do a stream. He said it's going to start like 2 to 3 hours earlier than normal, give or take. I don't know how much I really believe that, but he at least sounded convinced that we'll do it. And the stream will be RimWorld again. But this time, RimWorld multiplayer. This is what I'm trying to craft, and this thing was just fucking wearing it. It seems crazy. Okay. Yeah, RimWorld multiplayer. It's, yeah, wild stuff. Because it's... You can have up to, like, 8 colonies going on in one game world. With everyone playing at the same time. Apparently. I don't know if anyone's actually done that. I presume whoever developed the mod has tried it. To confirm that that works. And it's asynchronous. So that means that each person running their own colony can control their own time. They can go into menus, they can pause, super fast forward, whatever, at their own pace. Which is awesome. I mean, that's almost like a required feature, to be honest. But that's great, because really, I mean, what does it matter what time it is? I guess, like, seasonal stuff, but, you know, it's whatever. You're throwing away logic just for the sake of fun and convenience. I guess there is some oddities that can pop up then, where it's like, okay, what if I'm under attack? My colony's under attack, and I'm not going to be able to handle it. So I just pause the game until some other people's colonies come and help. And it's like, okay, I guess. I don't know. Someone else brought that up. I don't know if I ever saw an answer of whether that's allowed or not. But, yeah, that is a little strange. Need more water and more cleanser. Okay, I need water and cleanser. I can do that. Also supports quite a bit of mods. Mod compatibility is way higher than I thought it would be. And even going so far as all you have to do is the host has all the mods downloaded. And then whenever anyone joins them, it will show them the mod list. And they can just click a button and it will download all the mods that the host has. That is some wild stuff. Fuck. Okay. Get dead. So that's super convenient, super awesome. So, you know, all I told Lego was just, you know, get the 2 expansions downloaded, because we are going to be playing with both expansions. And he was like, he had been thinking about purchasing the expansions anyways, so that was fine. But then he doesn't have to, like, carefully curate the mod list that I send to him or anything. He just has to show up and we hit a button and he's good to go. So, yeah, the developers of the multiplayer mod really on top of their game. And I would really love it if RimWorld itself, like, eventually incorporated multiplayer as an official thing. I don't know if they would also be on board with sort of the asynchronous thing where each player can control their own time. But, I don't know, maybe they could come up with some other solution. But, yeah. So really, we're both really looking forward to that. Because that lets him sort of maybe still be kind of a casual, do kind of a casual run, but maybe step it up a little bit. Whereas then I can do some sort of crazy run, but be supported by him. So, like, if I do, like, an extreme desert playthrough, I can at least maybe get some regular wood shipments from him to help out. There's just a lot of potential, especially up to 8 people all running their own colonies and supporting each other, and yeah. Could be a lot of damn fun. Yeah. So that's that. Over on the exploring series, put out a video on, let's see, Thalassemania. Yes. Metaphysician's sort of Call of Cthulhu at the Mountains of Madness piece. Very good. I really like that SCP. Definitely one of my favorites. And overall, I think the video was really good. And I think most people also thought it was good. So, can't complain about all that. And very curiously then, this week is also another aquatic SCP. Not more aquatic SCPs. That will come in at some point. But just just a single aquatic SCP titled Bass Strait. And this one is probably going to be familiar to some people because I saw that the Rubber, I think, made a video on it a while back. But his video This video was how long? 10 minutes. 10 fucking minutes. Crazy. Whereas my video's like 50 minutes. And it's just 10 minutes. How can you reasonably get a comprehensive story in 10 minutes when it takes me 50 minutes to summarize it? And yes, my summary is not very compact. I get it. But, you know, a reading, I would say, would take an hour and 10 or something like that. How are these people getting any sort of, you know, the full experience? Yeah, pictures tell 1,000 words. I get that. But still, it's crazy. That's not gonna fit. Regardless, though, that's the only really other video on Bass Strait that was out there, so it'll largely be kind of unknown. I didn't like it quite as much as Thalassemania, the SCP itself, but it definitely is still sort of that what the fuck kind of horror that I think SCP does really well. So I think a lot of people are probably going to dig it. It's, like I said, a little weird to do two aquatic stuff back to back. But that's just the way the cookie crumbled. So yeah, that's that. And then this next week, I'm going to be working on... Gosh, I'd have to double check. I don't usually check the polls throughout the week. Oh, it looks like it's very close. It's very neck and neck. SCP-3515 on Earth has been on the polls for quite a while, number of months. That's very close to winning this week, shockingly. But the one that is currently winning by a few votes is SCP-6624, Il Maestro del Rancor. This is another metaphysician one. It involves Alligata. It's gonna be a very solid episode, to be sure. So yeah, that one will be good. And that's that for the exploring series. Just, you know, business as usual. Nothing really cramming in or anything. Nothing super intensive, but nothing small and short. You know, I'm not putting out 20-minute episodes these weeks, so it's all fine. There's a lot of torso encumbrance, but I don't know. It's whatever. Yeah, so that's that. Business as usual, I would say. This weekend, we had our sort of, I don't know if it's biannual, triannual. We don't really have a set schedule for how often we're going to do this. But we had a gaming weekend here at my house. Gotta fucking love automated turrets. glorious. Love to see it. Yeah, so the gaming weekend. It wasn't really a whole weekend. It was Friday from about 3:30 to Saturday at about 10, I guess. So certainly not a whole gaming weekend, but a great time nonetheless. And about 4 people stay overnight. And whether people stay overnight or not is not that big of a deal. You know, one of my friends, he left the first night at like 3:30 a.m. and then he was back at like 11. So it's like, it's not that big of a deal. Feral predator right there, and yet the turret is silent. Jesus, man, you could have fucking hit me. Jeez. Doing turret. So, alright. We played quite a few games, obviously. That's the whole point of the weekend. We started with some Liar's Dice, because I finally bought a set for myself. I don't know why. It's not even expensive. I don't know why I was holding off for so long. Gaming weekend at the Mangg estate. Yes, that is correct. We used to go up to a cabin at like a sort of a resort up in the Wisconsin Dells, which would be like, you know, a 2-hour drive or something. And we'd have to pay money for it. And we'd all have to pack all our shit and pack up all the games and everything. And it was just like, it was fun and it was fine. But now that I have a nice big house, it's just like, fuck, it's such a better option. Turret, do your job! Fuck! Stupid. So yeah, Liar's Dice. It's been sort of an old standby among our group for quite a while. Basically, ever since one of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, they play like Liar's Dice in the film, I believe. I think they call it Pirate's Dice. I mean, it's an old sort of just, you know, it's been around forever. I think in Red Dead Redemption 2, I believe you can play it as well. Probably some other games. And I think, so with that Pirates movie, they actually put out a set of Liar's Dice called Pirate's Dice with like cups that had like barnacles on the side of it and stuff like that. It was like themed around Pirates of the Caribbean. And so my friend owned that set, and that's how it was introduced to me. And so yeah, you know, we played it. We've been playing it for years on and off. We played actually at the World Championship at Gen Con one year, and it was such a farce. Bullshit rules. I don't know where they got their rules. And, yeah, so anyways, we started with that. It's good. Just solid. Oh, it pointed in my direction and emitted a warning beep. It was trying to shoot. But it doesn't want to shoot me. Actually, that's pretty good. Except I have gotten shot by it, so I don't know where that fucking... I don't know where that warning beep was that time. Yeah, so we started with that. Then we moved on to Sidereal Confluence, or Sidereal, one of the two. This is definitely our new favorite trading game. It's certainly, I mean, well, they still are, and I would say I'm okay with Chinatown as just like a great sort of, light to medium weight trading game. It's oh god damn it. But Sidereal Confluence, much heavier, much more complicated. Not something I would ever play with like family members or anything. They would never get it. It's very kind of abstract with all these cubes and stuff, and it's way harder than Chinatown to like figure out what is a good trade for you, because it's like Cosmic Encounter mixed with Chinatown. You all have your own alien powers and stuff, and it's almost like asymmetrical, really, with what you're trying to achieve and do and stuff. It's not, you all have a common objective of getting victory points, but how you get those, how you get your engine going is so different for each person. But it's great. Yeah, we had a great game. So then let's see. After that, had some dinner, some fish fry on Friday. That was great. Then we played 8-player Captain Sonar. Not played Captain Sonar in a number of years, because it's tough to get 8 people together. But we had a great number of games of that. I'm still undefeated in that game. Undefeated. It's great. Yeah, so, you know, if you ever have 8 people together that are all kind of into gaming, Captain Sonar, very good. Real-time game. It's like real-time Battleship, basically, where every person has their own, like, role. Then we did some Decrypto. Just sort of like a kind of a party game. Then we played some Jackbox. That was all good. Then, trying to think of what else we squeezed in after Jackbox. I think some people started leaving at that point. I don't quite remember. I know there was a bunch of Crokinole. Crokinole is always a big hit. That was one of the best purchases I've ever made, is buying a good Crokinole board. We've gotten so much use already out of it. Yeah. Then I think the following morning they played a bunch of Point Salad, which is a game I don't care for, so that's why they play it before I wake up. Then the big 8-player event of Saturday was Memoir 44 Operation Overlord. It's also been a number of years since we've gotten to do that. And that was a very intense game. Very, very close between Germany and the Soviets, as Germany tried to march their way into Stalingrad. And we had done that same scenario a number of years back. And I think back then I had played as Germany, and we got crushed. So this time I played as the Soviets, and oh man, it really seemed like I was gonna lose. I was gonna lose as both Germany and the Soviets, and I had even kind of admitted defeat, and then suddenly we plucked victory from the jaws of defeat, and it was glorious. Very close game, though. Great stuff. Memoir 44, you know, certainly a fine 2-player game, but Operation Overlord, that is just great. It's a very, like, casual war game. I mean, there aren't that many. How many 8-player war games are there that are that accessible? to where even people that are not like hardcore gamers at all can just sort of sit there and understand the basic rules and you know, be kind of left to their own devices to make decisions and stuff. It was great. After that, ate some more dinner. Just burgers and stuff. Then, then I think actually we, like, split up. We had some differing opinions about what to do. You know, half of us were interested in, like, just doing more heavy gaming. The other half were interested in sort of a lighter affair. So half of them went on and played a game called Cult, which is all right. Nothing crazy about it. It's kind of a medium weight, victory point sort of oriented thing, Lovecraftian themed. Where the other half of us went and played Brass Lancashire. Or Lancashire? I don't know. Probably Lancashire. A very dry sort of Euro game based around the Industrial Revolution in England and constructing coal mines and distributing coal and iron and making cotton mills. And getting, you know, your income up and stuff. I described it to them, and it's just like, it sounded like the most boring game in existence. But, you know, they know better than to just dismiss a game because it sounds boring. And they really enjoyed it. Yeah, we all really enjoyed it, the four of us. It was great. We look forward to playing it again. Very intricate game. Definitely not lightweight at all. But a lot going on, and that makes for a good Euro. So, yeah. That game of Brass, though, like, they had finished Cult. They had all left, and we still had to finish the rest of Brass. Because it was just such a lengthy first game of learning. What's up, Intelligent Nonsense? And then after we finished Brass, the four of us did a rematch of Crokinole, which went on for, I think an hour and a half or something like that. When all four players are pretty good at Crokinole, or at least all equally good, games can go on for quite a while, just back and forth with very little scoring. But it's great. Love to croak. That was it. So not, you know, not some massive, like, 4-day event where we just say goodbye to our loved ones for an extended trip of non-stop gaming. But, you know, with people with kids and spouses and all that sort of stuff, that's just not going to happen anymore. So now we just try to do more of these shorter events, and I think it works out. We all have a good time. Yeah. That's where that is at. How am I still getting gassed? Don't I have my fucking... I feel like I should be completely covered. Unless the Enviromask doesn't... It seems like there's nothing better than this. I don't know. I'm not sure why I'm still getting poisoned. Anywho, yeah, that's where that's all at. Good weekend. Time to get back to work, though. Yeah, all right. I'm just sitting here playing now. So, yeah, that's it. More, or the rest of Inscription this week. More RimWorld, more Cataclysm. Probably Forgive Me, Father on Wednesday. RimWorld multiplayer with Lego on Saturday. Bass Strait for some aquatic horrors on the Exploring series tomorrow. And that will be that. So, my name is Mangg. This has been Hanging with Mangg. See you fine folks next week.